Hi everyone, Dr. Shook here. I hope you're doing well today. In today's live stream, what I want to share with you guys is the number 4 cause of knee pain that you've never heard about. Now, if you've been following any of the live streams that we've done recently, you'll know that we've covered a lot of different causes of knee pain that you may not have commonly thought about and that are not considered when you're just looking at the knee from an orthopedic perspective. You know, orthopedically, they look at the knee itself and they just look at the integrity of the joint, and it's either going to be physical therapy or there's going to be injections given, typically cortisone, or there's going to be a surgery recommended, some kind of surgical intervention. But other things are not being considered, and there's a lot of other causes, because when we look at the knee, you've got to think, you know, the short-term pain is one thing, but what about the long-term, the longevity, and the ultimately the health of the knee in the future? So for example, if you're using cortisone injections, that's something that is a catabolic steroid. That steroid, it will help to decrease pain for a period of time, but it also, cortisone demineralizes bone, takes minerals out of the bone, so it makes the bone thinner, and it also weakens the surrounding tissues. It will break down tissue because it is catabolic as a steroid, meaning it degrades. Versus, you know, when we think of steroids, you oftentimes might think of bodybuilders. Those are anabolic steroids. Those build muscle. This is a different type of steroid. And one of the consequences is that it can cause demineralization and loss of integrity of some of those tissues. See, I think long term, what does that mean for your knee? In the short term, it might mean some decreased pain, but in the long term, it can mean that this knee is going to be a lot less healthy longer term, and that even if you had what if you had a surgery where you replace the knee, but the bone mineral density is weaker or softer? Is that a good idea? I don't know. That's something that you'd have to discuss with a surgeon. But our goal is to try to help people by giving you a different perspective and new options. And I'm going to show you something. I've got one of the pieces of equipment that we use in our office I'm going to show you in just a second. So the number 4 cause that you've never heard about is, that can cause knee pain, is neuropathy. Now some of you are probably like, what is neuropathy? Well, neuropathy is basically a pathology of the nerve. So the nerves that, so if you look at the knee itself, right, this is meant to represent the knee. This is the black is the upper leg. This is what we call the femur, so it's the bone in the thigh. And then the lower leg is down here. This black part, half the bone that you see, is the lower leg. That actually represents the tibia. So when those two come together, they meet and they form the knee, the joint itself. Now, in between the bones, there's cartilage, there's a meniscus. These bones have cartilage over them, and that helps to lubricate and allow the knee to move without grinding bone on bone and without creating pain. And then you have muscles that lay over the top of the bone and connect the bone to help not only stabilize the knee but move it. And then you have ligaments, which we could put here under cartilage. We have ligaments that also keep the knee in place, because, you know, when we look at the knee, it's kind of like two 2x4s stuck end to end. It's not very stable at all, and there's a lot of different things that can go wrong here. So one of the things that a lot of people do not consider is the nervous system, or the nerves, and their control or lack of control of this joint, because the nerves leave the lower back and they run into the muscles. They help to control the muscles and stabilize the knee. If you don't have good nervous system or nerve control of those muscles, the knee is going to be unstable and you're more likely to injure it. It's really important. Now, in a previous video, I talked to you guys about nerve damage or nerve compression from the lower back, because all the nerves that are in your leg and that go to your knee, where do they come from? They come from the lower back. That's where the root of the nerve is at the lower back, and then it comes down and branches into the legs. So if the nerve is damaged or compressed anywhere, you know, above the knee, it could create problems with proper control, proper balance, and a lot of different terms like proprioception, understanding, giving your brain feedback on the pressure and stresses placed on the knee. That could create problems for knee health. We know that can happen. Now, neuropathy, in particular, when we're talking about neuropathy, I'm really talking more about peripheral neuropathy. Again, another big word. But so you'll see peripheral neuropathies in people that have diabetes very, very commonly. Now, a lot of different people can have neuropathies. Neuropathies can develop for a ton of different reasons, but the most common reason for nerve damage in the extremities, and usually people feel it in their feet when they start having neuropathy signs and symptoms. They have their feet are numb, they tingle, they burn, they maybe feel like they have little pins and needles on them. They may be numb, they may have sensations of burning. Most of the time the problem though with neuropathy with the feet, and it can travel into the hands too, is when you lay down or you stop moving. But the point here is if you have something like diabetic peripheral neuropathy, that can affect the muscular control, because the nerves are actually they're dying due to blood sugar spikes and dips. And it's something that we have to really address from, number one, we have to do blood testing to try and determine what's driving that process. Neuropathy can be very difficult to improve, and you have to approach neuropathy from a lot of different perspectives. What we do is we look biochemically. So what's happening in the body, what can we optimize, what can we do to help improve and give these nerves the best opportunity to heal. So we do quite a bit of blood testing when we're looking at neuropathy. Then we also, based on these blood tests, we formulate specialized dietary approaches and nutritional supplementation approaches to help support the chemistry that's breaking down or the healing that we would like to see occur. And the third thing we do is we use advanced therapeutic approaches. Now, this, we're really talking about the knee and the neuromuscular control, the nervous system and muscular control of the knee. I'm going to show you here in just a second a therapy that we have that we use with neuropathy, we use with knees as well. But it's really important to understand if you have diabetic peripheral neuropathy and you have a knee problem, what you really want to do is you can go to our website at hickoryspine.com and you can click on the page for peripheral neuropathy. I've worked a lot with a lot of people that have neuropathy. We use different approaches than we do for the knee, but there are some things that overlap, like what I'm getting ready to show you here. Some of the things that we might use as advanced therapies to help support the nerves and their improved health is infrared, red light therapy, laser, peripheral nerve rehab therapy, vibration therapy as well. So these are all things that we can use, and these all have different effects. Some of these things improve circulation and blood flow to the nerves, which can help with new capillary formation. With some of the things like red light therapy and laser have been shown to increase NGF, which is nerve growth factor, and have been shown to improve nerve health. We know that light therapy in general, and in particular specific wavelengths of red, can influence and improve energy production in the cells of your body. The peripheral nerve rehab therapy basically helps to improve the health of the nerve. It fires it at the frequency that the nerve normally fires. So it's kind of like exercising the nerve to get it to have better energy metabolism. That's the easiest way to explain it, but it improves the nerve function and the nerve health and can really help with pain and discomfort of neuropathy. And then sometimes we'll use vibration therapy, and vibration therapy is used for several different reasons, but one of the things that it will do is it will stimulate the nerves, it will make the nerves work and fire, which is important to keep them healthy. It will improve circulation, especially, if we put your feet on a vibrating platform, if you have peripheral neuropathy that might be associated with diabetes, it helps to improve blood flow, oxygen delivery, and nutrient delivery to the nerves to give them a better opportunity to heal. Plus, it helps with pain. So let me show you our laser that we use. Okay, so the laser that I'm going to show you guys is one that we would use. We would use it a lot with the knee. We would sometimes use it with peripheral neuropathy. We have pads that we can lay over a large area and use with neuropathy. But let me wheel the laser in here and show you guys exactly what this thing looks like. Okay, so let's see if you guys can see this thing. Okay, so our laser here is on this cart. Now, the way that the laser works is there are these arms contain the head here. Now, these head units, what they do is they have infrared, red light, laser therapy, and they also put off a magnetic field. All four, I should say, of those therapies, those therapeutic interventions that are built into each of these heads, they call them shower heads, are there for a reason. They have different applications. But a lot of the things I just mentioned, that's the purpose of the laser. So what we do is we will take these. So let's say we have a knee. We're typically going to have someone laying on one of our specialized tables getting a form of pulsed decompression to the knee. It's very gentle. It feels good. Then we'll typically take these heads, place them, hold them, have them in place, move them into place, and put them on the knee, right on the joint line as this therapy is being done. Now when we start this, you'll see, you might notice some red flashing right now. You know, if I put my head in my hand in here, you can see this. Now we get these close to the knee, and what we do here is these will shine directly into the joint line of the knee. So where the knee comes together here, we are going to be getting traction, and we're going to be using this therapy directly on it. Now what we know that this does is it penetrates into the tissues, helps to decrease inflammation, increase circulation, and can help with acceleration of tissue healing. So it's a fantastic therapy that we use in combination. But this is something that we will use if we have nerves, larger nerves that are damaged. We don't do it a lot unless there's a clear indication. We may use this directly on the branch of the nerve as it goes through the legs. We'd place this on the leg close to where the nerve we suspect the nerve to be, and we would use this therapy again to accomplish the same goals. Now while we're doing this, sometimes we'll place the third head. So we've got 3 different lasers that work at one time. These are extra large in size. Their coverage area is very large. And then we have this, and you don't want to look directly at these. I'm going to shine this towards the camera. But this is another head unit. Now another shower wand, whatever you want to call it. And again, it has built into the inside of it here, it has red light, laser, it has infrared, and it has a pulsed electromagnetic field. Now this particular wand itself is one that's very unique. This one, what it does, it has these metal contacts here. And what it does is we actually turn it on here. Now it's already on, the laser's already on, but this thing will actually help us to detect points of increased resistance within the tissues. So it uses this these contacts to detect resistance in the tissue. So what we do is we turn it on. Okay, so I'm turning it up. Now we can turn it up so you can feel a tingling or a buzzing sensation. And what I'm going to do is show you, maybe I can demonstrate if I can find a point. What it allows us to do is it allows us to locate points of increased resistance. So this might be a place where there's scar tissue formation that's built up, and the current can't pass through the contacts as well. This may be a spot where there's a trigger point, or like muscles are knotted. There could be a lot of different problems that we can see here, but you place it on the skin and it beeps. I can actually feel it tingling. As I move, it's scanning. And we'll see if we can't find a spot here. Fortunately, I don't have a lot of problems. So I'm scanning. You can actually hear it buzzing. Okay, you heard it beep, right? So what we're going to do there is it's going to give us, it told us, hey, there's a problem here, there's increased resistance. We're going to take it off, put it on, and now it's dosing. It's literally measuring the conduction, and when it improves, it's going to beep for us, and it will tell us that it's done with the dose. Now, this is a very unique form of laser therapy. There's no laser therapy on the market where they figured out dosing. Okay, this company actually has figured out how to dose the laser, and this particular wand, this allows us to do it. Now, sometimes we'll use this application throughout the leg, around the knee on some of the muscles. Other times, what we'll do is we'll use this. Okay, so it's done with the dosing there, so we can take it off so we know it's done, and then we could continue scanning, make contact again, and scan. I don't know that I have any areas that are going to pop up here on this side, but this is what we can use. We can use this throughout some of the muscles. What we'll usually do with this is take this and place it on the underside of the knee. Okay, so your knee's in here. You're getting joint line penetration, and you're also getting this in the popliteal fossa or popliteal fossa, the area behind the knee, the bend of the knee, right? So you're getting this all the way around. This is hitting. This is just it really helps to penetrate deep into the knee, improve blood flow, decrease inflammation, and improve tissue healing. So it's a fantastic therapy. I wanted to share it with you guys and show you. We'll turn this thing off and give you some ideas as to what options there are available other than injections and traditional types of therapy. There's a lot of other things that we can do and that you should consider before looking at more invasive therapeutic approaches. So I want to share this with you guys. If you guys have any questions, if you'd like my opinion on your case, if you'd like to see if what we do for knees might be beneficial, you can do 2 different things. You can go to hickoryspine.com, go to our website, click on the knee pain information. You'll see it very clearly when you show up. Click on knee pain. It will take you to our page where you can learn a little bit more about what we do. And then if you're interested in getting an opinion on your case, you can just give us a call. You can call 828-324-0800, and my staff will be happy to answer any questions and help you with an appointment. But I appreciate you guys. Hope you have a wonderful day. Hope this helps you to better understand some of these problems. This is the number 4 cause of knee pain that you never heard about, neuropathy. So appreciate you guys. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.